Hi there. So, in today's video, I'm going to talk about 3 autobiographies that hit me emotionally in very different ways. So, grab your favorite drink in your favorite mug and let's start with the one that surprised me the most. So, the first book is written by Prince Harry, Spear, and this book is about, I would say, when privilege becomes a cage. There's a fantasy many people secretly carry. Like, if I were born into a rich, powerful family, everything would be easier. And Spear quietly and painfully dismantles that illusion. One of the most emotionally powerful ideas in this book is that being born into the royal family means you have no choice. No choice about who you become. No choice about how you earn a living. No choice. No choice how you relate to the people you love. Harry describes something that sounds small, but is actually devastating because you can just hug your grandmother because she isn't your grandma first. She's the queen of the Great Britain, and there's hierarchy even inside love. So your family isn't just your family, it's an institution, and you're not a person first, you're a role. And it made me think about psychology and class. Workers don't go to therapy because they don't have time or money, and aristocrats don't go to the therapist because they don't need help. You endure, you perform, you don't complain. And this book is worth reading for anyone who has ever wished they were born wealthy, because after finish it you might actually breathe easier, because realizing that freedom, not money, is the real luxury. Now let's switch the emotional temperature completely. Matthew McConaughey's Greenlights feels like sunshine after a heavy rain. So this book is optimistic without being fake, wise without being preachy, and Matthew reminds me so much of the Eliminator archetype from Chip Conley's work. Someone who lights the way, not by instructions, but by the example. So what I love most is how human he is. One of my favorite stories is that when he was young, he used a popular acne cream, caused every possible side effect, severe ones, hair loss included. His father decided to sue the company, partly for justice and partly to warn others. So 2 years later, Matthews is in court answering questions honestly, like, yeah, all these things happened to me. And then the defense lawyer pulls out a school yearbook. There's Matthew, ridiculously handsome, wearing a Mr. Handsome sash, clear skin, gorgeous hair. So they lost the lawsuit. It's funny, humiliating, and deeply human. So the whole book is like that. And it's full of journal notes, bumper sticker wisdom, playful scales like the workout scale from waking up to a three athlete. Okay, help me with that word, please. Help. So, reading this felt like sitting with your cool friend at 2 a.m., realizing that life isn't boring. Life isn't even that hard. It's just life, and you're already living it. And then there's Walking Disaster by Deryck Whibley. This book doesn't glow, it burns. Can you go through the hell of being a teenager, then an adult, and come out of the other side in just 2 evenings of reading? Apparently, yes. Deryck writes with brutal honesty. No glamour, no self-pity, just truth. And what struck me most was realizing that huge success in the entertainment history often comes after deep trauma. I know that this isn't unique to him. Lady Gaga has talked about it, Paris Hilton too, and so many young people has been talking about that. So Deryck's story with Greg Norrie is long, complex, and painful. And then there are hospitalizations, and then there are the moments where he was close to something that YouTube don't wanna hear here. So, so reading those parts felt like being underwater for too long, and then finally breaking the surface. What I respect most is how he talks about his breakups without bitterness, without, dirty stuff, without drama. He helped a lot of people. He worked hard and he keeps working hard. And I didn't know that the songs I was listening to were actually written just by him. I think almost by him. And, after all of that dark and heavy stuff that he came through, he's finally the great person. He's a really great person. And he doesn't drown in success. The book is written in simple language, completely unpretentious, impossible to put down. And yes, when I finished it, I immediately went back and listened to Sum 41 albums. The Sum 41 is that kind of group that made my teenage years very funny and, very teenage, because I was a good girl all of the time, except the moments when I was listening to Sum 41 albums, and it made me a lot stronger. So Sum 41 albums helped me during my teenage years. They helped me to go through the difficulties, the dark things too, and they helped me to put my anger out when I need it the most. So thank you, Deryck, for all your honesty, endurance, and you showed us that life is about choosing again and again and again not to give up on yourself. So I just can say thank you. So these are three men from different countries, cultures, classes, and industries. A prince, an actor, and a punk rock musician. All of them went through chaos, ego, mistakes, and reinvention. It seems, at least to me, that peace comes after commitment. After marriage, after responsibility, after accepting that life isn't about escaping path, escaping pain, but learning how to live with it without becoming bitter. So this book can change how you see life because they remove the illusion that someone else's path is easier. They remind you that fulfillment isn't about status, talent, or fame. So if you have read any of these books, tell me which one stayed with you the longest. And if you haven't, maybe one of them is waiting for you. Maybe at exactly the right moment. So I hope I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. So see ya.